The pieces, the charts, if you will, that we're playing for this morning are all charts that we've gotten from, that I've got received from different colleges and universities. Some from Florida A&M University, also Southern University, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So these students can play, and they're playing these charts that these college students are playing. So that's something else to make sure that you keep in mind. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and run through our warm-up sequence that we do every single day, because just like with athletics, you have to have a warm-up. You can't just up and start running. You have to get things going. So this is part of our warm-up sequence, and we'll give you a little bit of that, and then we'll give you just a bit of some marching band songs in towards the end of the performance. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started because we want to respect everyone's time. My old band director say be on time is to be late. To be late is to be left without a scholarship. So we don't want that to happen. And I'm preparing these students for college, career, and/or military ready is what we're looking for here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. And thank you all for coming to hear the Crimson Sound of Power Fall Review. Okay, that first one, that was our tuning note, and then we did what we call chord progression. And during my studies over at Vandercook College of Music in Chicago, Professor Alex Kaminsky is the director of bands there. When we played it with the graduate band, I said, hey Kaminsky, can I get that? So again, we're playing these charts that are these colleges and universities are playing. So that's our chord progression. The next one that we're warm-up that we're going to use, the next two actually, come from Florida A&M University. The A&M stands for Agricultural and Mechanical. Dr. William P. Foster was the original band director at Florida A&M University. The Marching Rattlers, or the Marching 100, and I believe this year they're marching about 360. I think at their peak they were about 420. So that is something to think about when you hear this. And I take notes from these greats because they're my mentors. I'm learning from them. So these next two is the E flat warm up and then B flat warm up. Oh, sorry, B flat warm up, then E flat warm up, which is part of our warm up sequence that we do every single day. And in music, as these students are learning to play instrumental music, they're also learning music theory, which is encompassed in this. So we try to tie all of this together. And for STEM students, just like we have some issues with reading comprehension, we can read the notes and read the music, words, and we know what these words that we're reading, but we don't understand the meaning behind it. So you have to put one and one together in order to make two. And with this, that's what we're doing. So we're teaching the appreciation of music by learning how to play an instrument. This will help our students in life, not the other stuff. So when we're talking about pathways, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pathway. I just had a young lady that got, over the next 4 years, she'll be getting $40,000 full band scholarship to Wilberforce University. And she was only a band for 2 years. Took just a phone call for Dr. Anthony Sewell to come, and he's the assistant professor of music at Wilberforce University, Wilberforce, Ohio, to come and listen to her. He said, we want her. And her sister is on too. So when she won, this is her senior year, so when she wants to figure out what school she wants to go to, it just takes a phone call or a text message and we'll get her there. And any of my other students, these are the opportunities that we have for our students here. So I'm gonna move on here, and we're gonna give you the next warm-up piece that we have, which is the B-flat warm-up. And again, they sound really good. I'm really proud of them because these students work hard. Nobody sees all the background stuff that we have to go through to get to this point. And this is the same chart, again, that Florida A&M University plays in their daily warm-up sequence with Dr. Shelby Chipman, who's the director of band. Is only the third in the history of the program down there. William P. Foster was the first, Dr. Foster was the first, and then we had Dr. Julian E. White, who's now retired, and then Dr. Shelby Chipman. And I had a chance to meet all three of these gentlemen. I saw, before Dr. Foster passed away, I was at a jazz band competition in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and Dr. Foster was there. And I think this is back in 2010. And then he passed a couple of months later, but I was very humbled to meet such a great prolific educator, music educator. So we're playing these same charts. So I hope you guys are enjoying them. And again, this gives them a chance to work with that intonation, to work with that breath control and support, to listen to one another, and to make music, okay? The next piece, again, is also a chart that comes from Florida A&M. This is the B-flat warm-up. I'm sorry, E-flat warm-up. Thank you. How'd you all enjoy that? Hey. Come on, I need some more. How did you enjoy that? All right. Yes. All right, so this next tune, this is a standard, and it's technically labeled or recognized as a march. With instrumental music education, we always want to make sure that we have chorales, that we have marches, all of those good things. All of those good things. And so for this next one, it's always customary for us to play it before any performance or any assembly that we have. we've gotten away from just a little bit here, but we're trying to bring the culture back and build it up. So for this next tune, I'm going to ask for everyone please to stand for the playing of the national anthem. Everyone please rise. And also with this arrangement, this is the arrangement that you'll hear. This arrangement was arranged by my former middle school band director, Mr. Ray Phillips. And before he passed away, he gave me all of his stuff. And Ray Phillips was the band director at Dunbar, Pulaski, and Gary. And so I am the only one, this school is the only school that has this arrangement of the Star Spangled Banner. And so we were middle schoolers playing this advanced piece, Star Spangled Banner. So I have a plethora of information and a plethora of charts that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. So very excited that we got this. The next one that we're going to do for you comes from Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, aka the Human Jukebox, if you look it up. And their original band director was Dr. Isaac Griggs, and I was very blessed to meet him as well before he retired. He's now since deceased. But Dr. Griggs, he was nothing to play with. He was about 140 pounds, but you did not mess with him. And I used to go on college tours all the time when I was their age. And when we visited Southern University, I had considered going to Southern. The only thing that made me not want to go there is because they have a football game with Grambling, which is their rival, every November. And I said, man, if I go here, I won't be able to come back home until December. So it was a no for me. But this is one of their traditional fanfares. So now we're going to kind of switch gears over and do some more marching band stuff. So this is Southern University Fanfare number 2. Now, with all of these, that's usually an opening fanfare, and for a lot of these, some of these things I have to rearrange for the students because they don't have that range to play 2 and 3 octaves above, as some of these schools do. But nonetheless, you just take it down an octave, and we're really looking for those chords and to make sure that we can really hear what we need to hear. Now, this next tune is again from Florida A&M, and I love me some fam. Fam, those people know, they know what they're doing. Florida A&M, I hear some fam people in the audience. Mr. Goins is Antoine Goins, I believe. He's a teacher at Stevenson High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And he has an excellent program. When I was teaching at Arlington High School in Indianapolis, he brought his group up and they were doing a competition in Indiana. And I had a chance to really talk to him, and he said, hey Murphy, bring your kids down. And Stone Mountain, a long way to go. But he's a Florida A&M graduate, and I mean, they have some of the best middle school, elementary, high school band players around. I mean, they know what they're doing. So, you know, if you wanna elevate your level, then you talk to people that know what's going on. So this next one is circa 1988. I know a lot of you all are like, whoa, that was ancient history. I remember it, but you all don't. A brother by the name of Johnny Kemp. I play this on Fridays, even though I don't get paid, but we get paid because it's Friday, so we can sleep in on Saturdays. So this song is a Florida A&M staple, just got paid. And to my folks, my older people, my seasoned veterans, if you're out there, folks my age, if you know the words, go ahead and sing it. Okay, yes, that one, and the fan plays it a lot quicker, but to see 420 people coming down the street, I was in Atlanta when they had the Classic and the Atlanta Classic against Florida A&M and Tennessee State, and see 426 people coming down the street playing that, I mean, you can feel the wind coming out of those instruments. So these students, I mean, they are on it. I'm really proud of them. So with this next one, yeah, go ahead and give another round of applause. So with this next piece, and this will be our final piece for the day, it takes a lot to get to this point. And you might have noticed that some students switch instruments. We have different variations of different instruments. So for flutes, when we're playing concert music, we are on the actual flute. And then when we play marching band, we go to piccolo. And the piccolo, all these students, these are second-year students in band, all three of them. And I don't put beginners on piccolo because you can split your lip I'm very proud of them. Also, we have Jakayla, and she has switched over to the sousaphone, which is also the tuba, but it's a marching version of it, and so she's on that sousaphone, and she's handling things. So this closing piece, this is an original arrangement. This is about the fourth time I rearranged it for my group. I did it when I taught at Roosevelt, did it when I was at Arlington, now here. So you have to rearrange some things to make sure that it fits the best fit for your ensemble. This one is ESPN, and they used to play it a lot back in the 90s, early 2000s, but not so much more now, but it's a good piece. So here is a little bit of marching band, ESPN. Give it up again for the Crimson Sound Power. We want to thank you all for coming out to hear us today. Tomorrow we'll be giving an encore for those that could not make it today. Pass word around and let people know that the arts are alive and well here in School City of East Chicago, and our students are learning. This is SEL. Go ahead and give them a round of applause. So as you see, we have students and kids say, I talk about I do, but you have to boast and you have to be proud of your own. Because we have students that cannot read, we have students that cannot write, but our kids can play these instruments. They can read these notes. They can play together. They can move. This is everything. All right? So again, thank you all so much for coming out and supporting us. It takes a lot of hard work, and these students are here. We're the hardest working people on campus. We're the first only to get here, we're the last one to leave. Thank you all for coming out. We hope that you've enjoyed yourselves. And as always, important, as I say to the kids, peace to the good, please, good day. By love, hair, grace. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day. And